But when you start to date women and you're like, I'm bisexual, they'll be like, they would much rather hear that you're straight.
Than bisexual.
They would much rather hear that you're straight.
Yeah.
Hi. My name is Sharia.
And I'm Aria.
And this is the StrapDown.
You're two auntie femmes.
That's right. We're two black femme queer comedians.
And we're going to be talking about all things black femme related. And
hopefully we have a good time and you have a good time. So we're just going to talk about black lesbian stuff, and we going to be doing that, and you go watch it, hopefully.
And like it. And
like it. And subscribe and share and hit the bell and all the things. So
stay a while.
Yeah, stay a while. We're going to start talking about some news. We're gonna strap the news down.
We're gonna strap the news down. If you are gay and black and on TikTok, you have probably seen the news story with Dijonai Carrington on the Angel Reese podcast circling around. It caused quite the stir. If you're not familiar, Dijonai went on Angel Reese's podcast, talked about her girlfriend, Alyssa, who is going to be her teammate with the Dallas Wings. And Angel asked her, some personal questions about like how she identified and her sexuality. And Dijonai then answered that, I'm not gay.
I'm actually not gay.
I'm with Nalissa. So that is her sexual orientation. Her sexual orientation is Nalissa. So you can imagine the response it got from lesbian TikTok. Black lesbian TikTok had a lot to say. There were a lot of opinions.
I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's kind of funny because like I see some of the TikToks that's being like, "Girl, run! No, Nalissa, run! That's crazy." But also, maybe this is also reflecting a progress in the black mass lesbian community. But I remember back in my day when I was still fucking with the studs. They liked that.
They liked the straight girls.
Yes. They loved that. They loved when you were like, I don't really like girls. I've never done this before. They love that. They love that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then you get in there and you're like, it's like, that's and you're like, oh my God, it's my first day.
Bait and switch.
That's right. They love that. And we both know I'm lying. You know I'm lying. I know I'm lying.
Yeah. And there was another WNBA player, Tasha Cloud, who also came out and said that her girlfriend identifies as straight. And I think a lot of people were like, well, if she's with a girl, how can she be straight? And I have mixed feelings about this.
Okay.
I do, because I feel like I'm someone, I feel like, sexuality is a spectrum or like whatever like that. And I feel like I slightly understand it in a sense because I feel like the lesbian community, and this is, I don't know if this is a hot take, I feel like they're very particular about who they allow to say or identify as a lesbian. And I've seen before where people have been like, oh, you're not a lesbian, you've only dated one girl, or like blah blah blah, like you're not, you know what I'm saying, like you date one girl and then you break up and then you go back to guys like, oh, you're not a lesbian, or like whatever like that, or like anything, there's so much policing about who can and can't be a lesbian. Like if you like this, you're not a lesbian, or if you like this, you're not a stud, or if you do this, you can't be this, or whatever.
Yes.
And so it's just like so much policing of like other people's sexuality and how they identify, and I feel like there's too much emphasis on labels in general.
For sure.
And I just feel like I feel like it's just another example of why like all these labels about like.
But here's the thing. She didn't say I don't like labels. She said, I'm not gay. She said, I'm not gay. I don't really see myself as gay. I just like Nalissa, which sounds to me, as somebody who has said that several times about several different women, it sounds to me like cope. It sounds to me like, because, okay, I'm sorry. Like, even they even started talking about it, like, being like, sometimes guys say it's a waste. It's a waste that you're a lesbian because you're so pretty or whatever. There is something about being a black femme of center woman that it requires you to be straight in order to be like a good Black woman. I'm sorry. Like, it really does. There has to be at least a chance that you will stand behind a good Black man and then carry on the lineage and da-da-da-da-da. There's a lot of pressure to conform to kind of very, like, strict heterosexual standards when you are a Black feminine woman, right? Or a Black woman in general, right? And so I think in many ways, like, I mean, look, I'm not her. I'm not in her head, and I'm extrapolating based on a very little bit of information and also based on my own experiences. But, like, I think a lot of the times, like, being a gay Black woman is bad. It's a bad thing. People don't like you. People don't like that you are gay and Black and a woman.
And I feel like when I get that too, but I feel like when I was first starting to, like, date women, I was nervous to claim, like, I'm a lesbian. For me, it wasn't necessarily because, like, I'm worried about how people will identify. I was more worried about the gay community, like, questioning my queerness.
One. Yes.
And that's what I mean when I say, like, there's so much policing about, like, who can identify as what. You know what I'm saying? On both sides.
Yes.
And so it was, like, when I first started dating a woman, this was, like, the first woman that I dated. And immediately people are like, well, are you gay? Are you bisexual? Like, what are you? And I'm like, I don't know yet.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
I'm not sure how I identify or, like, I just know I like this one girl.
Yes.
Does that make me a lesbian? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, do I feel like I would date somebody else after her? Right now, I may or may not be sure if I would date another woman, but I just know I love and I'm in love with this woman.
Yes.
And that is what I know that I identify as right now.
For sure. And
because if that's the case, then, like, if I just like one woman, like, does that mean, like,
yeah,
I'm gay now? I'm a lesbian?
No.
I can go to Pride?
Well, there's also, we keep forgetting about one thing. Bisexuality. We do kind of leave the bisexual out of the conversation a lot. And I think I too, listen, I'm like, I'm bisexual. Like, you know, I'm kind of fake bisexual, but I'm bisexual, and I definitely have tried to be with men, and I'm definitely attracted every once in a while to men. Every once in a while, like, I'm like really attracted to a man. It's true.
Okay.
It's true.
I'm sure it
happens. It happens.
Like, we all fuck up. I get it. Yeah.
But so, like, I think it's like, you know, it's here's the thing. People don't like to claim bisexuality because, to a degree, it's a little embarrassing. It's a little embarrassing. It's a little embarrassing to be like, I'm bisexual. It's sort of like I'm agnostic. Like,
I feel like everybody hates bisexuals.
Yes, they do.
Everybody hates bisexuals. Nobody really respects them. Like, there's so many lesbians that are, like, anti, like, I'm not dating a bisexual, like, whatever.
Oh, my God, yeah.
You know, on the other side, you got men like, oh, you bisexual? Like,
ooh, that's for me.
Oh, that means we can have a threesome.
That's right. But,
you bring
like,
another girl.
For me.
That's
this
like,
is for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, not really. You just like to get drunk and make out with girls. Like,
yes.
Or it's just a phase.
Yes.
And so it's like, it's hard to, you know what I'm saying?
People don't want to be on that team. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's really hard to claim bisexuality. And I think specifically for women who primarily are attracted to other women.
Yeah.
Right? I think if you're a woman who is attracted to both men and women and primarily date men, it's probably a lot easier to claim that bisexual thing because the people that you date will like it. But when you start to date women and you're like, I'm bisexual, they'll be like, they would much rather hear that you're straight.
Than bisexual.
They would much rather hear that you're straight.
Yeah, I guess it's true.
It's so interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still holding firm. Just get rid of the labels. People just like what you like.
Just like what you like.
Just like what you like. And
I will say though, before we move on from this, I will say, as much as I'm going to play devil's advocate for a little bit for the labels thing, the thing about labels is that it creates a sort of allyship among.
Yes, I will agree. Yes, it does do that, but I think how it's being used a lot of times. Like, I feel like sometimes it's being used to create this system of like, oh, I'm gayer than you, so I have a hierarchy. Like, but like using the labels to like, okay, have a sense of like allyship and more of an understanding about like who I am and like making more sense of it.
It's not just making more sense of it. It's also about community. Like, it's all tribalism, and like tribalism has its.
It was like I needed at some point. I was like I kind of want something to figure out to make sense of that, like of what I'm feeling, and like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, let me research like what are the different types of like sexuality so I can make sense of like who I am, and did find like my, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like in that sense, like yes, I agree. Labels can be, you know, a good sense, but when it's used to like
as a cudgel to keep people out, but even that whole thing of policing. It serves, I'm not saying it's always good, but I think it does serve a purpose of weeding out who is actually there for the community and who isn't. Because there are, like sometimes straight girls are just playing on the side with some of these like, that's why a lot of these studs were like, girl, run. Because a lot of these straight girls are just kind of like getting their needs met, especially when they're with like a stone top or like a no touch me. They're getting their needs met and they're playing with people's emotions and shit.
But are they playing with their emotions if they're saying, I'm still straight? If they're still like identifying as straight,
that's
and
what
not,
I say.
You know,
I like the girl told you what the fuck it was.
That's what I'm saying. If she's telling you what the fuck it is, like if she's telling you like, no, I'm not a lesbian, I'm still straight.
Yeah.
And you still choose to pursue that woman and engage with that woman.
Yeah. And especially you'll be like lesbian. Ew. Ooh, the straight girl. That's who I want to be with.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like on the outside, people are like, nah, the straight girl is evil. Like blah blah blah. You're wrong.
But you're choosing that.
If she's telling you, I'm straight.
Yes.
But I like you.
Yes.
And you still get in a relationship.
Yes. And that's on you.
That's
no, 100%,
on you.
100%.
We can't fault any. I feel like Dijonai did catch a lot of heat, but also
Melissa chose to be with a girl who identifies as straight. Yes, 100%. You know what I mean? I think there's just a lot to unpack about like the like toxic masculinity within the black lesbian community that is toxic to them as well.
Yeah.
It's deeply toxic to them as well. And like, I think that this is one of those situations.
Yeah.
I think this is one of those situations, but it might not be. It might just be like a Kissing Jessica Stein situation where like,
maybe,
you know, I'm straight, but it's only you. You're the one woman for me.
Yeah, I've been there. I've dabbled in that. I've had that, you know, but it was also.
You've dated straight women.
I've dated straight women. Knowingly. I chose to.
Yep.
So it's like, I went into it.
Yep.
Knowing that.
And how'd that work out?
You know, I had fun.
Okay.
I had fun.
Okay.
Because my expectations were love.
That's right.
It's like.
But they are in a committed public relationship. Like, are they going to get married and she's going to be like, I'm straight, except for this one person?
But if you're married, I'm with this person. We're together. We made a commitment. So
but are you in the, like, is she in the lesbian community? Is she in community with other lesbians? Is she like fighting for, like, right now, especially like being in the queer community, you can be lesbian. You could eat it or whatever. You could taste it or whatever. But are you really politically queer? And that is the issue. Like, you identify as straight. Does that mean when they come for us that you'll be like, I'm actually straight? You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not saying that's the case for Dijonai Carrington.
You go to your plantation, I'll go to mine.
I'll go to mine. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if I think that's the core issue.
Yeah. And I think that's also can translate to like other things as well for like interracial relationships and everything.
100%.
But
yeah.
Moving on.
Let's move on.
Kanekalon.
Turns out Kanekalon got lead in it. I mean, this has always been this has been brewing for a really long time. A lot of studies have been done about synthetic hair. And so all of synthetic hair has Kanekalon in it. All synthetic hair. I know that's like also a brand, but all synthetic hair has Kanekalon in it. But it turns out this hair has been filled with toxins.
So you mean the hair that I buy at the beauty supply store for $3.99?
I mean,
is it good quality?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, so because every single personal care product you use is filled with a bunch of toxins, it's filled with parabens, it's filled with a bunch of endocrine disruptors. Check the labels on your shit. I did not realize the link between. They've just started doing the studies on the link between, especially like relaxers and fibroids and permanent hair dye and fibroids and ovarian cancers and all these things, but. On February 26th, in a February 27th, Consumer Reports article showed that there were a bunch of carcinogens, lead, not trace amounts of lead, big time chunks of it, big lead, volatile organic compounds or VOCs, and they've all been like in this hair, and these things have been 3 products contained like benzene, which has been linked with acute myeloid leukemia.
Jesus.
Yep. Like, a lot of them have unsafe levels of lead, which causes kidney damage, cardiovascular problems, reproductive issues, brain damage in children.
Okay. So we can't have nothing. So we can't have relaxers. We can't have box sprays and these, like, what should be protective styles.
Right? These are the protective styles.
Are actually slowly killing us.
Yes.
So, what's the solution?
Okay. Unfortunately, I think the solution might be go natural. This is the thing. And I catch so much heat for this. And I've caught so much heat for like my opinions about like, it's not that wigs and weaves are bad or that you hate yourself or any of that. It's that the history of black hair in not just this country, but all over the world, like the history of black hair has been so policed. Black women's hair has always been policed, but particularly when we grow our hair as it grows out of its head. If we allow our hair to grow as it grows out of its head, like there was times where if you sent your baby to school, I see babies now with froze and shit.
Yeah.
Back in my day, if you showed up to school with a fro, CPS would be at your mama's door. Yeah. Okay? That was like a thing. And especially during like the Black Panther movement, children with natural hair were taken from their families.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this was a genuine issue. It was illegal to show your hair for so long. There was the chignon laws. Yeah. Like, and so like relaxing it and making it seem more cool, giving your hair the appearance of proximity to whiteness. As much as we don't like that language, but like like the hang time and the length and the straight, like it helps you move through a racist world. So being able to do that, I noticed the difference in like the way I'm perceived when I have my fro and the way I'm perceived when I just have my my little poison my little poison twist. You know what I mean? Like I see it, I recognize it, and that's why a lot of why I do it, and also it makes things easier. But the reality is, it's not really making things easier. It's causing a lot of damage to our bodies, and we gotta like. I think this is one of those things that we kind of have to. We might have to let it go for a bit until we can figure out a safe way to do it.
Yeah, because I know like going natural. I know a lot of people who are natural are the ones that are wearing these protective styles. So when you say natural, you mean just wearing your hair out.
Yes.
And doing it yourself. And I think
or going to get it done. But just don't put
we in a recession. Going to get it done?
No. But you bitches got money. Some of you hoes got tech jobs.
No. I think this is a great time for us to take back the natural hair movement.
I think so.
From the unlockables and the
unlockables. Yes. We need
to take it back because it started, with us with the
4C, the type 4 hair.
So I think it's time that we take this back and we actually get back into like doing and showcasing 4C hair tutorials and showing people how to do their own hair.
And here's the thing. Everybody goes, I can't do my natural hair because it's so hard. And it's actually really not if you accept that your hair it's way harder to manipulate your hair to make it look like it is type 3.
Yeah.
It's real
a change
easy
in,
to just
you
do
need
it.
to change your expectations, and it is, I personally think it's still hard to do for me just because I got a lot of hair. It's a lot of hair and it's very time consuming.
I mean,
For
yes.
me, it's hard because
it's always time consuming.
It's always time consuming. It can be hard because I think what makes it hard is finding and shifting through like the bullshit products that are labeled for us and marketing for us is very hard. Like, yes, if you're only trying to use like Shea Moisture, it's gonna be really hard.
And also that shit got parabens and that shit got fucking VOCs and shit like that.
That's hard. It's hard. I think the hard part is like doing like the research and finding like good quality products that aren't going to be toxic to do our hair.
Yes.
And letting go of the texturism that we have about like, oh, my hair doesn't look like this influencer. You know what I'm saying? And more than likely, that influencer's hair don't look like that because a lot of them be doing. That's another topic for another day.
That's another
But anyway, but yeah, we got to go back to doing like our own hair.
Here's the thing though. Yes, we need to go back to doing our own hair, but some of us do not have that luxury. Some of us...
Of what? Doing our own hair?
Of being able to wear a fro to work.
Yeah.
Some of us can't. Like, I remember when I first went natural, like, I was told, you cannot come to the office looking like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was told, this is not the place to make a political statement. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, a political statement? I'm just wearing my hair.
Yeah.
This is my hair. This is how it grows out my head. How is it already automatically politicized?
Right.
Like, I think, yes, of course, it would be, in an ideal world, we can all wear our hair and feel as beautiful as we truly are. Even when we got the buckshots and the BDBs, sometimes we got to let go of some of that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We got to let go of that. And like, that is where the real work comes in. When we decide that like black is beautiful actually means what we meant it to mean. And like what it was supposed to mean, what the original meaning was, that blackness in all of its forms is beautiful and acceptable, and we kind of have to deprogram ourselves out of like a lot of the white supremacy around our hair, and people are gonna be pissed about this.
And you still gotta go to work.
And listen, sometimes you have to make the choice. Can I handle being in the world and being like mocked and derided a lot of the times by black people, mostly by black people? I'm sorry, mostly black people do the policing because of the history. But like, you got to decide, like, it's a Sophie's choice. Are you going to decide to value your physical health or your mental health? Yeah. And that's unfortunate because that's the product of racism. Yeah. That's racism. Yeah. That's anti-blackness. Ooh. Anyway, and I still say this, and I read that study and I was like, because the study, I read it in March, and I was like, oh, I should really take this out, and this is on its last leg. But I was like, I'm not doing all that.
I've gone away from like doing, I probably still do like protective styles and still use like Kanekalon, but I just wanted to like experience my hair more often, which is why I'm like wearing it out more. Like I have it straight now because it's just,
you blow dry it.
I blow dry it. I do it myself, but I like the way it looks. You know what I'm saying?
I
love a fluffy. It's very like, to me, I like big hair. I like big, like 80s, like Vanessa from the Cosby Show, like that type of thing, you know, because it's like I spent so much time hiding my hair or like protecting it, and that I never actually get to enjoy having my hair out and experiencing the hang time or like whatever, because I'm always doing like curly froze and like stuff like that, but like that shit was breaking me out, and it's just like, but I still will do it.
You gotta switch it up, you know.
I gotta switch it up, you know. This ain't no white supremacy. This is just, it was quick to do.
Yeah, that's not quick to do for me, but yes, for me that would take so long and my arm be hurting. But yes,
I got it down to a side. You know what the key is?
Also,
to, like,
you just do your hair.
No, what made the difference was actually getting good quality products and good quality like equipment. Like when I went to get my hair straightened, I asked the girl like, "What straightener are you using?" And I went out and bought it. And yes, it was like an investment, but I can straighten my hair in like 2 passes. And I'm good.
I am also of the belief, and I may not stick by this because I'm lazy, but I am of the belief that when you do your hair, when you do your natural hair, it should look like you about to cook. I think you should be doing rice water rinses, olive oil, using all that stuff, shea butter, all that stuff, like real shea butter, mixing it up. It's a lot of work, and I don't be doing it no more. But I believe that is when I was doing it, that's when my hair was the best.
See, for me, I was the exact opposite. I was like, this shit just needs to stay in the kitchen. I just need to be cooking with this. I'm just wasting ingredients and wasting groceries.
Really?
Yeah.
We do have different hair types, though.
Yeah. The shea butter was drying my hair out, and my hair started thriving when I stopped using oils and butters in my hair.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's true. It depends on if your hair is like high porosity, low porosity.
Yeah. So it was like smothering my hair. My scalp was like not being able to breathe. And then like because like the oil, you know what? We could talk about hair. We can talk about them.
Yeah.
So that was the StrapDown.
That was the StrapDown rundown. Let us know what you think.
Let us know what hairstyles you trying. Let us know about the straight girl that you dating.
That's right.
Let us know about it all.
That's right. Okay? Straight hair, straight girls.
Straight hair, straight girls. All right, stay tuned for the next segment.
Yeah. Okay, so it is time for our Queer Black History moment, where we talk about something from Queer Black history before it becomes illegal.
Exactly. I think I have a fun one today.
Yes.
I wonder if you've heard. I would be really impressed if you've heard. Maybe not that impressed. I don't know. Maybe I should have heard from this person. So this is an international.
Ooh.
Yes, we're getting global with our queer history.
Okay.
Marielle Franco. Have you heard of Marielle?
No, Franco? I have not.
Marielle Franco. I'm terrible with like pronunciation, so we're gonna work.
You should have seen my Storm de Laurier one.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to pronounce her name.
Okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's like, she's Portuguese, so maybe it's Marielle. We'll do that.
That's perfect.
Marielle Franco.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to be reading from my telefono.
Okay.
So.
Portuguese. No, keep going.
Okay. So, Marielle Franco was a Rio de Janeiro, which is Brazil.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Brazil, city council member, and she was a member of the Socialism Party. She was a member of the LGBTQ community. She identified as bisexual. And she was a human rights activist and particularly focused on police brutality. In the favelas, which are the slums of Brazil, of Rio de Janeiro. And on March 14th, 2018, she was shot 4 times in the head and killed by 2 assassins. And many believe that it was a
politically motivated
assassination. All right. So, sorry to depress you right off the bat. But,
okay.
Yeah. So, she was born Marielle Francisco de Salva on July 27th, 1979 in Rio de Janeiro. So she grew up in the slums of Rio, and she started working at age 11, and she was a single mother by age 19. So, Yeah. But despite all of that, she did end up earning a scholarship to college where she received a bachelor's degree in the social science, and she earned a master's degree in public administration in 2012.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, despite her upbringing, like she was able, So what got her into politics was in 2005, the death of her close friend. So her friend was killed in a shootout between police and gang members, and he was hit by a stray bullet. And that is what got her into the political scene and fighting against the police and their militarization of the slums. So she started working as a congressional consultant for one of the state representatives of the Socialism Party, and during that time she helped create the Committee for Defense for Human Rights and Citizenship. And so what was really interesting, she did her master's thesis on the police. And so her master's thesis was titled UPP, the Decline of the Favelas in 3 letters, which that's a translation in English. And so the UPP is the Pacifying Police Unit. And so what this was, they were a law enforcement group that was used by the government in order to take back the favelas and the slums from gang members and from drug trafficking, which kind of similar to the war on drugs and like
Yep.
the police here, like in our country. So very familiar.
Did it work? It worked, right? It worked.
It did work. No, it didn't work.
I was like, wait, what?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, so she was like working on her thesis and doing all that, and then in 2016 she decided to run for city council herself, for her seat. And so she ran as a Black woman. She ran as a single mother, and she ran as in the position of like a protector of the poor Black women of the slums. And so she was elected. She won her election and won by a large amount. And so she got so many votes. She got over 46,000 votes that she was the 5th highest ranking council person, for Rio de Janeiro. And she was the only Black woman elected, you know. Yeah. So during her time as the city council, she fought for a lot of different issues. She fought against violence against women. She fought for reproductive rights. She fought for things like having daycare centers stay open later so the mothers could like go back to work. Like, so things like that. She was then assigned to lead the city council's committee to oversee the government, to oversee the military intervention in the city. So, and actually just days before her death, she actually submitted a formal complaint against the police.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So she submitted a formal complaint against the police after they had been suspected of shooting 2 young men and dumping their bodies in an open sewer and threatening the residents. So, yeah. And that was just days before.
I'm sure that's just a coincidence.
Just a coincidence.
The police would never.
They would never target a councilman. Not in Brazil.
No.
No, absolutely not.
And certainly not in America.
No. So there was a number of people, like a number of reasons why her death was considered suspicious. One of the first reasons, when the event happened, without going into too much like graphic detail about like what happened, she was leaving a political event. So she was leaving an event for young Black women moving structures, and so it was a event to like empower Black women to like use their voice and like fight back against like the social justice and the things that were going on in the city. And then, like I said before, like a couple of days prior, she had formed a formal complaint against the police. And then also she was appointed to like oversee like the military presence in the favelas. And it was later discovered that the bullets that were found in her body were sold originally to the federal police.
No.
And were reported stolen.
Oh.
And used in other killings.
Oh.
Yeah. So after she died, there was like demonstrations, like over 100,000 people like flooded the streets of Rio de Janeiro, like in her memory. And Amnesty International and the UN of Brazil, they demanded that they look into like her killer, her killing and her shooting.
Who look into it? The police?
Yes.
The same police that killed her?
The same police, yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So they wanted to have like a serious investigation because there was a lot of like, of course, corruption. And like the investigation went on for a long time and like people being accused, people, whatever. Actually, her killers were not sentenced. So she died, when did I say? Back in 2018. Her killers were just sentenced October 31st of last year.
Jesus.
That's how long it took for them to like get it together.
So they found her killers?
They did find her
killers. They were police?
Yes.
Okay.
They were former police members. And this is like kind of like a little poetic in a sense. Her final tweet, her final post on Twitter was posted on March 13th and addressed the issue of police brutality in the city. And her last words that she tweeted were, "How many others will have to die in order for this war to end?"
Jesus.
Yeah. And that was in response to a young man that had just been killed again. And so Before her death, she lived with her daughter and her girlfriend, Monica, and they, were dating for about 13 years.
Oh
and
my God.
They had planned to get married the year
Oh.
after she passed away. But her memory lives on in Brazil, and I just thought it was just someone that I feel like I wanted to like highlight and bring
Absolutely.
up because I felt like I could resonate with like that same fight that she's doing is still going on.
Exactly.
Like, not just here in America, but others.
Everywhere. Police are a problem everywhere. Yeah. Wow, that was beautiful. Oh, give it up for Marielle Franco. Marielle Franco, my bad.
Yeah, and I'm sorry for this pronunciations.
No, you killed it. That was great. Man. That was great.
I'm going to learn Portuguese.
I mean, it's a hard one. It sounds like Spanish, but not.
It's not, yeah. It's like Spanish, but...
Okay. So, interesting. Okay, so mine is not a person. It is a Black lesbian newsletter called Ashe. And it is Elizabeth Tellefson and Pippa Fleming in 1989 started Ashe, which is a Black lesbian, Bay Area based Black lesbian publication magazine that featured like stories, poems, like a resource guide for professionals.
Oh, I like that.
Right? Ashe means so be it or may it happen.
I feel like I've heard that before. I never knew what it meant, but I've heard.
You've heard of this?
Not the magazine.
Oh, okay.
I've heard of like the word.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So they wanted it to be like a community bulletin board almost for like Black lesbians in the Bay Area, right? So, and they do little like doodles. I'll put the doodle up here. It's like a pen and ink doodle called "If a Future." Right, and that was from the cover of the planning binder. So they wanted it to be like a place where Black lesbians could come together and they could imagine a united future. And it is the longest running Black lesbian publication.
Ooh.
So it started in 1989, and it was just two people, Pippa Fleming and Elizabeth Tellefson.
Elizabeth T.
Elizabeth T. That's right. Elizabeth T. They started Ashe magazine, and then that turned into the Ashe Project, which was like a community that brought queer women together. The magazine ran for 5 years, but even after the magazine folded, they still continued the Ashe Project.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, and then 15 years later, they ended Ashe Project. So I just want to give they had very cute, like they had drawings, they had profiles on local lesbians. In the first volume, it had poetry, interviews, nonfiction, and it was like the last thing was always the editor's note on the front cover. It was a bulletin board. So people would submit like events and stuff, like a classified ads, right? So they'd have like a community calendar of like events that were happening in the Bay Area. They had a section called Speak Easy, which was like a question and answer thing, right? So like they'd be like, what's the biggest problem facing the Black lesbian community? And then people would write in with their responses.
So it's like Lex, but like on paper?
Like Lex, like snail mail Lex, but Black.
Lex. Yeah.
Right? So they had different questions like, do class differences keep Black lesbians from getting together? Which is an interesting topic. People were talking about, black, sleeping black, talking white, or talking black, sleeping white. And also they had like artwork submitted by users and stuff. There's also a tradition of Black lesbian magazines, right? There's Onyx, there's this one, there's a few others, and then there's of course the white lesbian ones like Off Our Backs, On Our Backs, and stuff like that. So they wanted to make this as like a more than that. So they had like community events, they had theater presentations, they had date nights. Like it really was like Black Lex. They had Valentine's Day things, and it was just like an opportunity to provide a space for Black lesbians, like a physical space as well for Black lesbians in the Bay Area community. So they sold buttons and they did artwork and stuff, and they had like sweatshirts. They had merch, right? They used to do fundraising events and they used to host speakers, and it was only $5.
Oh.
$5 magazine, and it only covered the publication's cost. So they weren't making a profit off of it.
Oh, that's nice.
And the cost of renting like an office so that they could do it where the community meetings were held. And they would have rent parties for people and stuff like that. Okay, and then and then they folded in 1994, but like I said, they continued the tradition for 10 more years. And of the community events, and of course Elizabeth Tellefson is still like a big person in the Black queer academia community. So like that's what I want to say. Ashe, right? And I think like it's sort of like we need to bring something like that back.
Yeah,
bring something like that back.
Like on paper, like a newsletter.
Yeah, or maybe it needs to be a website, I guess.
It probably should be a website.
I know.
Or like Reddit. Wait, no.
Damn, that's sad. To turn this like cool like artwork, the focus thing with like all this into like.
Or like Tumblr. Is that what you know?
You know I still love Tumblr. Tumblr is my most used app.
Like today?
Today.
Oh wow.
I love me some Tumblr.
It's just you on there? Other people?
There are other people. There are other weird, awkward millennials on Tumblr still.
Yeah.
It's great. Guess what? Elon don't run it.
I'm still on Black Planet. Okay. Since we doing retro website.
Do you remember Downlink?
Yes. I was a little...
Is that still around?
Is that still?
No, there's no way.
KB.
No, them servers are dead.
2019, it was, I actually Googled it, it's 2019, it shut down. I think it was like bought by somebody, but yeah, it was still running, but it wasn't the lesbian app that like you knew. It was still supposed to be that, but it's not. Sorry, this is breaking the format.
No, wait, no. This is our amazing producer, Glow Butler, giving us some information. Wait, so it shut it in 2019 and it was no longer lesbian?
Yeah, it was like right before, it's shut down in like 2019. I think they either sold it or something, but yeah, it was still running in 2019, and this was a thing that was like 2008, 2007. That was like its most popular.
I can't.
That might have been his most popping years, but you know that's about when I was on there. Yeah, 2007.
But seeing 2008, 2010 was like a good prime.
Oh yes, no. Let's bring back Downlink and Ashe.
Downlink and Ashe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it. Let's figure it out. And I'm gonna also put up some of its artwork and the covers there.
So we need to get some tech girlies to create us a website.
We have so many Black dyke tech girlies.
Yeah.
We could do it.
We could do a website.
We could do or a zine. Bring back zines. Bring back zines.
Zines never left. They're still a thing.
They're still a thing, but nobody's actually.
I mean, because it's like the art. It's paper. So it's dying. Just like the newsletters. We need to go back into. We do need to go back to having like paper things.
Yes, because those are things that aren't controlled by evil fucking corporations.
Oh.
Guess what? Elon Musk never owned Ashe.
No. Stop bringing Elon into.
I'm sorry.
No, I would just say so we can actually own something because everything now is like subscription based and you don't actually own any physical copies of anything except for my mama, because my mama still has every single Jet magazine, every Ebony, every Essence. Like it's like walking into a black time capsule.
Love that, because they gonna get rid of all that stuff on the news. They're on the internet.
We need to bring that back too. Bring back the Jet Beauty of the Week.
Yep, Jet Beauty of the Week.
Yes. That was kind of my queer awakening, but that's a story.
I think it was people's queer awakening, but it was also like a little not so feminist, but we loved it. I still appreciated it.
I would try to like hurry up and like, I would like look at it and then try to like hurry up and like switch when my mom's not looking.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So yes, let's give it up for Ashe newsletter. Look it up. There's still copies available on the internet and stuff, and the community posters and stuff like that.
Yeah,
bring it back.
And let us know who you want us to cover next. Give us some suggestions.
Give us suggestions for a person, a moment in history, a collective, whatever. Yeah. We love it. Let us know. Maybe even send us a full thing. We'll just read it on the thing, so we don't have to do the work. All right.
right, stay tuned for the next segment.
So now it is time for we don't really have a name for this segment, but Ask a Lesbian.
Ask a lesbian.
Or Ask Lesbians?
Ask lesbians.
I don't know.
And a possible bisexual.
StrapDown unsolicited advice.
Unsolicited advice.
Yes.
All right. So,
what we got?
Today's question. Dates go great. I'm going to start over. Like, what am I talking about? All right. Dates go great, and then they ask to be friends. How do I establish a romantic relationship?
Oof.
Yeah. So basically, here's a backstory. Dated a girl for a few months, and then it ended a few months ago, but now I'm back in the dating game. I had this problem recently where twice in a row, it seems like dates are going great. We talk, we hang out for hours, then we go on another date and they tell me they had a great time, but they aren't feeling a romantic connection, but are open to hanging out as friends. Why does this keep happening? Do I get friend vibes? Like what's going on? For insight, I'm really bad at flirting, and I usually just wait until the second or third date to make a move. I have a really easy time connecting with people, so I usually like physical or sexual intimacy to be established after making a friendship connection. In my past experiences, I'm bisexual. The other girl or guy made the first move, so I've never really had to worry about how I was coming across, as the other person would do the work. But if this has happened multiple times recently, I'm starting to wonder if these are just coincidental strikeouts or if something I am doing on dates puts out friend vibes rather than a more romantic one, specifically when I'm going on dates with girls.
That is, I actually sent that question. No, that's that's the most relatable thing for me. That's what happens to me. I don't make the move fast enough. So if you don't make the move, I can't.
The move doesn't get made.
The move doesn't get made until like I feel like a moment of entry, right? So like if you don't make the move first, then I feel uncomfortable like encroaching on that boundary. And I'm a chatty Cathy. The thing is,
you're going to talk yourself out of it.
I will talk myself out of it. We're just talking. We're having a good time. We're relating. And then it actually turns out that I guess it's never that like we start dating and then, I think we should just be friends. I mean, not never, but mostly no.
Yeah.
It's that I think that this is a date and they have to, and then they make it clear pretty quickly after like, oh no, that wasn't a date.
We're just hanging out.
They don't say like, you thought this was a date, although I have had that.
Yeah.
But like, or you go on a date and then they're like, they're not interested sexually, but they want to hang out. A lot of times they just want to hang out more and more. And then eventually you're like, oh, we're friends. That's what happened,
I feel like I've had the opposite experience where like people, I may want to be friends, but there's more of a romantic interest there. But as far as like going,
look at you.
I don't. But that can get awkward when people like catch feelings, and I'm like, oh, whoa, we're just. So I guess maybe like if
we're on the opposite sides of this issue.
Yeah, but I'm also a type when I am feeling somebody, I'm very much like, closed mouth don't get fed. So, you
go for it.
I go for it, or like if I get not being comfortable, especially like dating or having to deal with like men who can make you feel very uncomfortable, like as far as like just like pushing themselves onto you, you know what I'm saying? So you don't ever want to make like another woman like feel gross or feel like that. But I feel like you got to get really good at reading body language and stuff like that. Like,
I think I am good at reading body language. Like, I will literally be cuddling on the couch with somebody and be like, oh, this is about to happen. And then they're like, oh, man, it's late. Time to go. Like it's crazy how often that
And this
happens.
will be like, what, the first date, second date? And also, in relation to that person, like, I don't believe in waiting until a certain amount of time before making like a physical move, because then I feel like sometimes with women, like there's a window. There's a nice window where, like, if something doesn't happen
within
or
that window,
if a spark doesn't go off, then I'm like, okay, we just gonna be friends.
Yes.
Apparently.
Yes.
So, like, when you feel it, I feel like you have to kind of act on it. Of course, not aggressively in a respectful way, but, like, progressively increasing the physical touch or, like,
yes, I have done this.
We have to get to the bottom of, like, what gives off, like, friend vibes from you.
I don't know. I think I just get cucked a lot.
You get what?
I get cucked.
Cucked?
You're on the right side of the internet. This is a term that like incels use or whatever. I just, cause like, I'll think it's something, we're like close, we're like, you know, whatever. And also, this is another thing, like, when I used to really like get laid, it was a lot of drinking, it was a lot of partying, it was just like a lot of like meeting someone and then just like making out with them. Mm-hmm. Most often, it was somebody making the move on me.
Yeah.
That is also what I'm used to.
So you're not used to making the first move?
I'm not used to making the first move. And I also like to progressively more.
You like to be coy.
No, it's not coy.
Okay.
It's like, I want to read you clearly.
Yeah.
And then, we'll do a little more. And then a little more. And then a little more. But some people just think I'm touchy. They're just like, this is just a friend that you can cuddle with. And I'm like, what? That's not...
Maybe you're moving too slow. Maybe your touches are too in the friend zone. Like, where are you touching?
I mean, like... The knee, the thigh, right? That to me is like, we're about to do it.
Yeah.
We're about to fucking do this.
Yeah.
And then I'm wrong.
And then they just stop. They go away. Like what?
Or they'll like stay there. They'll rub my knee. They'll rub my thigh. They'll rub my back. I also meet a lot of very touchy people.
I think maybe you need to like slip in go for like something a little bit more.
No, I think if I were like really, but the thing is, I never want to feel like I'm coercing somebody. I never want to feel like I'm pressuring you into something that you're not really into.
Have you ever seen Hitch? You know, you got to do... what did he say?
You come 80, you come... Yeah, I come
to... Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got... Maybe... He might have been onto something.
I have literally been, like, snuggled into people's, like, neck. And then...
Do you kiss their neck?
No. That's what you have... This is the thing. I want to show you that I'm open to physical touch that is intimate, and then I want you to come 10. We can't make it if I'm just doing all the work.
Or maybe you need to introduce some verbal cues.
Yes.
Instead of just like relying on like physical touch. Because some people are very handsy and touchy in a physical way. Yes. But maybe even just saying like,
do you want to make out?
It's worked for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or is it, you know, like, oh my God, I want to kiss you so bad. Come here.
Let's.
Yeah. Or if they're like, relax, chill out. You know,
now
you know.
They're like, doop. I'm like, no, you're right. You just gotta be brave with it.
Yeah.
And the problem is when I meet people who go for it first, they're usually the worst people.
Yeah.
They're usually the worst. It's usually
but that doesn't make you the worst.
That's the thing. That's what I'm afraid of. That they will perceive me as the same type of people that I have dealt with.
No. Yeah. I get that. And I think that's a lot of, like, you know, like for the question itself, like how do you do it where it's not pushy or like awkward? I think like trying a little bit, getting that consent, whatever that looks like in that moment. Like if they're allowing you to like come on, like not come on their neck, but you know, like be nuzzled onto their neck.
I'm assuming that you know that I am interested.
Yeah.
But if you then like, if you allow me to stay there for a little bit and then walk off. Yeah. And go, oh God,
because also too, like while you're there, what are you like? You have to like kind of advance from there a little.
Literally been like, we're both caressing each other.
Somebody has to make the move.
I know, but I feel like much more? Yeah,
just do it. Like if I'm on your neck and I'm feeling like, okay, and you're not pushing away, you're not pulling it back. Okay, give the neck a little nibble, give it a bite. Like you have to take it to the next level. Like if I'm here, you're here already, and they're letting you sit here, and they could be waiting for something more. So it's like, all right, let me take this. Let me just start sucking it. Let me start licking it. Let me start biting it and see let's And that's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Like, it's hard for me to do that if I'm not drunk. And I'm not drunk most of the time. And I don't like a drunken sexual encounter.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I also think it's just about, like, meeting the person who can meet you where you're at, right? Who understands, like, because I think the main thing is, I'm a chatty Cathy. We'll be caressing, but we're still talking.
Like, yeah. You saw the news today? No.
Not like we saw the news today, but like we're talking, we're joking. I joke in any situation.
You gotta stop joking. That's really it.
That's it.
That is it.
That's it.
You joking yourself out the panties.
I think so.
Because I'm like, oh, she's too goofy. Because that can kill the moment.
That's fair.
Of like, whatever. There's a fine line between like a kind of a sexual like stop between you're just like doing a tight five while you're nuzzling somebody's neck.
So
you know, like nobody should be laughing.
I love laughing and talking through a sexual experience. Some of my best sexual experiences.
Because then I guess like if you're laughing, you're having a good time, but like if somebody else is like, why is she laughing? Is she laughing at me? Am I doing something wrong?
I mean, I like it when we're both laughing, but the problem is when we are both laughing, that means that other person thinks we're laughing. That means it's not sexual.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
But I want somebody who can joke and laugh and talk and still
But you have to cut it off at a certain point.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Sure. You got to cut it off at a certain point. It's like, yeah, we can joke like, ha, ha, ha. Okay, now we're serious.
Okay, you're right.
All right. Like, drop that sports bra. Let's get into it. You know what I'm saying?
Drop that sports bra.
Like, ain't shit funny no more.
Yes.
Like, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, come out them boxers. Let's go.
I am a giggly fuck, though. I love a.
Yeah, but I'm like.
No, that's what I like to do. That's what I like. Like, I like to laugh. It's an awkward situation. Being like, taking your clothes off is always awkward. Like,
why is it awkward? See, no.
I have never smoothly taken off an article of clothing.
You need to practice.
I take my clothes off all the time, but I have never done it like that's never happened. It's always like, you know, putting the strap on is awkward. Like, it's all awkward.
That is.
And if I can't laugh through it and you can't laugh with me, then what are we gonna do?
Like, but if you're trying to make it to that point, you gotta make it to that. And if you're giggling and laughing all the way, like, I'm like, something's wrong.
Yeah,
I can't take advantage of this girl. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
fair.
You know, like, I think there has to come a point where like the silliness and the goof, it goes from like silly to like sensual. Yes. And it's like, there is a way to like still like acknowledge like the awkwardness of the moment, but still coming back to like not losing yourself and putting yourself in the friend zone because they just think we're just like silly and having a good time. Yeah. And like joking unseriously. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. It's sometimes I'm like, what are we doing here? We go out, we're dancing, you rubbing up on my booty and shit, and then it's like, no? Like, what? And then it's like, let's hang out again. And it's like, okay. And so we just keep hanging out.
Just keep hanging out.
And I'm like, what is happening? I'm getting blue balled. Like,
because horrible. You gotta advocate for yourself.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because like, I feel like some people are more like touchy, feely, whatever. Some people get drunk and they just like touching and grinding and stuff. I tune it up and twerk all the time on whoever. I don't care.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean like I want to like go out a date and like sleep with you or anything like that. Yeah. So I think just like, one, you have to be okay with rejection.
That is a big one, yeah.
You have to be okay with like them being like, whoa, that's not what I'm wearing right now, and being okay with that. And
oh,
like,
I'm sorry, I was putting your titty in my mouth like as like a friend, as like a buddy.
You know,
it's a platonic titty. So. Like
exactly.
Yeah.
So I think you have to be okay with rejection. You have to be like okay with like, all right. They seem like they're a little bit scared to make the first move. Let me kind of ease into it a little bit, verbally and physically.
I don't think it's as much rejection. It's about like letting go of the mask of like, because that's where I'm most comfortable. Mm-hmm. Being like, this is time for the, it's funny to me. Like, that's not me. Like, I'm not gonna, like, that's not where I'm at. And, like, I hate, but that's an act when I have to do that, but I can do that act.
And I wonder if that's, like, something about, like, you know, sex being seen as, like, kind of a naughty thing, a dirty thing that you're not supposed to be doing. I don't know if I'm, like, articulating it correctly, but, like, why is sex seen as an awkward thing, or like something?
It is. It's your naked body with especially the first time. It's your naked body with another person's naked body. You like, you don't know what the other person likes. That's the point of finding out. Anytime you're exploring, it's gonna be awkward.
But why is it awkward? It could be exciting.
I mean, it's exciting
sexy.
And awkward. It
doesn't have to be awkward. I don't see it as necessarily being awkward.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Maybe we do it differently. I'm awkward with everything I do.
I think, like, yes, it can. When I think of awkward, I think of, like, we're kind of fumbling around, and it's like there's not really any chemistry if it's that's me. I feel like the awkwardness with sex, the awkward sex I've had, there really wasn't much of a sexual chemistry between us. When it's like we're, like, connected, and it's like that where we're just kind of getting lost and it's flowing, there's chemistry there. And I think when it's awkward, something's missing, that you two and your bodies and your energy aren't connecting. And that's what's making you feel awkward, or, like, you know, I don't know if the right word is, like,
no, for sure.
You feel exposed, or, like, whatever, like, oh, let me cover this up. It may be something in you, or in that moment, isn't ready for it, or isn't ready to take that point. It's, like, almost forced in a way, not in, like, a problem type of way, but, like, it's something lacking in there. If it's
a level of comfort lack.
Yeah,
it's a level of comfort, and in order to get to that level of comfort, it takes time for me.
Oh, it takes time.
It either takes time, or it takes me being absolutely shameless.
Like, time, like, multiple times.
I'm off the liquor.
So you've never just, like, had, like, great sex with a stranger?
Yeah. What? I mean, I have, but I was young and drunk. Or not drunk, but, like, yeah. Yeah. And I was young. I think that was another thing. I was younger. I would be, you know, I was doing it all the time. I was having sex all the time when I was younger. And, like, I was, like, and I would usually be, like, a girl's first or whatever. And I think, like, now I'm you know, I'm dealing with people with wives at home. So, like, you know, it's a little different.
It's a little different.
I also do think it is a thing. I think you're right about the sexual chemistry thing. I want somebody to take the lead. I know. I'm sorry. And they never want that. They want me to be in charge. And I'll do it. I'm down. But I want someone to tell me what to do. I want somebody to tell me what to do and, like, be like, you know.
Yeah, like, what to do. You don't like to be the one, like,
not all the time, and especially not the first time.
Oh, the first time. No, I have control issues. I need to be in charge the first time. I need to direct this in the way that I need it to go.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I don't know if it's, like, a dominant thing, but I just need to be the one, like, leading this.
Yeah.
So I'm more comfortable when I'm the one leading this. Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, I mean, if you can tell me what to do, then you can tell me what to do. But you know that.
Yes.
You know, but, like, most of the time, I'm the one that's like, all right, this is happening on my terms.
That's right.
And then maybe that's how I build my confidence with making the first move or whatever.
Yes.
Because
like, you know you can make the first move and the next move and the next move and the next move.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm in control of it. And so it's like, it's only going as far or as whatever as I feel comfortable.
No, for sure. But I just like to be like, this is what I like. Oh, I like this. Oh, do this. Don't do that. That is what I like to do. I don't like to be the one that is in charge during anything. Honestly,
too much responsibility.
Yeah, I don't even drive.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if that was helpful.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me know how it goes. But I'm also gonna.
Let me know how.
I will let you know. But let us know if this is also an issue for you, and if you know.
And if you're someone that likes to take charge,
give me tips. Give me advice.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Or shoot your shot.
Please do. Also, don't be 21.
That's a whole nother. Listen.
They love me. The children,
young ones?
They love me.
Oh my gosh, you're going to jail.
I'm not.
I'm calm.
I don't touch that. But they want want me. Those are the ones who want me.
No. I heard your joke about the teenage with the fat ass. I heard that joke. But anyway, that was Ask a Lesbian. Then let us know your thoughts, add your 2 cents. Give us some, if you have a question, if you have a problem that you're dealing with, let us know and get some solicited advice for a change.
Yes, solicit some StrapDown advice instead of us being in your business.
Yeah, because we're going to be in your business regardless.
That's right.
That's what we do.
All right, stay tuned for the next segment. All right, so it is time for us to put you on Strap Game. This is Put You on Strap Game, where we give you a recommendation based on just us, just our vibes, because nobody is paying us. So we'll just recommend something that we like, that we think you should try. And so you start.
Okay.
You start.
So I'm a very big fan of self-produced homemade type of shows. Like, I loved Hoochie Daddies and stuff like that. If it's on Tubi, I'm tuned in.
Yes.
Like, pretty much that is my vibe. Like,
yes.
I love it. I love self-produced stuff. And so I just learned that there is another Black lesbian game show type situation coming to YouTube. And I just want to tell you about it. I don't even know if it's something that I will like. I know I will like it.
Yeah.
So I just want everybody else to know so that y'all can follow and subscribe to this channel so we can all watch it together as a family when the episodes do air. Yes. So the show is called U-Hauled TV. And U-Y-O-U Hauled. And basically it's described as a queer reality dating show. Yes. So
I saw the trailer.
It looks so much fun. Yes. So there's a trailer out for it. They just posted 2 weeks ago the cast for it, and it is very, very Black, and I love it. So basically, from my understanding of it, what's going to happen are that these Black queer singles are going to be moving into a house together and competing in these like relationship type challenges, and at the end of it they have to decide whether or not they're going to move in together. So
that's crazy.
So they are putting the lesbian stereotype of U-Hauled to like the ultimate test is how they describe it. Too. Yeah, I love it. They have maybe we can put the description or like a picture of it there, or like the link to the YouTube page. But like right now there's already 5,000 subscribers already, and there's only 2 videos, and it's not even out yet. They don't even have a release date yet, but I am watching it like a hawk because I can't wait to watch it.
Wait, they don't have a release date yet?
They don't have a release date yet, but they're posting. I think it's going to be coming because they're posting. So I think.
Wait, they might have a release date by the time. If they have a release date by the time I'm editing this episode.
No, I'll
post it.
Because they're posting like the shorts from like the cast and stuff. So it's like right now they're in like the promo stage and like, you know, trying to build up some hype about it.
Great idea.
And it's working for me.
Yes.
Because I can't wait to watch it.
Yes.
And talk about it.
Yes.
I love a good dating show. And it looks like they have a diverse cast of lesbians. Like, I'm seeing femmes, I'm seeing stems, I'm seeing studs. Yeah. So I can't wait. And I hope it is as messy as I hope it is going to be.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's going to be mine. So I'm putting you on to something that's not out yet, but so you don't miss it. Because I feel like we were a little late to Hoochie Daddies. So I want to be on top of this.
I agree. I think we should also do femmes like to watch for U-Hauling. I think we should do that. We should do a little thing for U-Hauling. I liked doing those. I liked reviewing those episodes.
Yeah, so it kind of gives me like almost like Black Queer Ultimatum vibes. Did you watch the Queer Ultimatum?
Did I? Well, am I a Nikki fan? Am I a Nikki fan? Pull up in the Sri Lanka? Yes, I sure did.
That's the vibes. That's the kind of the vibes it's giving a little bit. Because I'm not sure if these people are like already coupled up and are going to be like possibly like faced with some temptation. Like, I don't know, but I can't wait.
Yes.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm sad.
Yes. Okay, I loved that one. I'm also sad for U-Hauling. I have a feeling it's gonna be a mess. That's a good fun. Wait, hold on. Let me pull up mine because I am bad at remembering the name of my things. Oh my God, yes. Okay, that's what it's called. Oh my God, yes. I kept calling it Oh Hell Yes. So I would like to put you on Strap Game to a show on Max, HBO Max, whatever. Mm-hmm. It's an animated show called Oh My God, Yes. Mm-hmm. And the head writer is Adele Supreme. I'm sure some other people write for it that we would know, but I don't know. It's only got 4 episodes out. No, it's only got 3 episodes out now. I think it'll be 4 by the time this comes out. But it is an animated show about like 3 black queer girls.
I'm trying to find it.
Yes, it's on Max. It's good. Is 3 black queer girls in like a post-apocalyptic universe where they're like battling like monsters and robots and like, you know, like it's a really weird like post-apocalyptic universe, but it's like they're like chilling. They're like, you know, very cutesy. They've got like the style. I'll post pictures of them, but the style is so cute. The character.
Let me see.
The characters are like what is the Taylor Ortega writes on this. Okay, I see. Of course, Cree Summer is.
Oh, I love her.
Yes, of course, Cree Summer is voicing a bunch of characters.
Okay, I found it.
Yes, you found it. Okay,
yeah.
They're so cute. They got like blue hair and locks. They're all colorful and cute. There's like, I think. There's an episode where one of them has a crazy alien robot baby, and then the robot baby just like takes over the whole place. Like it's just like absolutely insane. It's just like queer black girl Futurama meets Rick and Morty.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is. It's short. They're short episodes. They're fun episodes. I say check it out. I hope it lasts for a little bit longer. Adele Supreme is the head writer and the creator.
It's 1 season?
It just started.
Oh, just
There's only 3 episodes now.
Oh,
there's only 3 episodes, and they're like 15-minute episodes.
Oh,
so yeah, go check it out if you have Max, or you can, you know, borrow your cousin's Max. Oh my God, yes. Check it out. Yes. It's really fun.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I love it. So both recommendations for stuff to watch.
Yes.
I love it. Yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah. Sit on your ass. Sit on your ass and watch something.
Yes. Yeah. Escape a little bit from all the that's going on.
Turn your brain off real quick. Watch something stupid.
Yeah, we love that. We love that. Let us know if you watch it. Let us know what you think. If you have recommendations, give us some. And
put us on Strap Game,
please.
Yeah,
we all need help these days.
That's right.
We all need some joy.
Yes. All right, now it is time for the Strap Game.
The Strap Game.
Wait, I love that. We'll see. We're working on branding.
That is good.
I like it. Strap Game. Okay.
All right, so we're going to do a little bit of One Gotta Go, because I like that.
Okay.
I like a little debate.
Okay.
All right. One's Gotta Go TV show. Lesbian TV show edition. You already know. L word. Of course, we have to put L word on there.
Yes.
Orange is the New Black, or the Queer Ultimatum.
Queer Love the Ultimatum?
Yeah. One's gotta go.
One's gotta go.
One's gotta go.
Wait. Oh, this is hard. This is really hard.
Oh, good. I wanted it to be hard.
See, the thing is, okay, I'm gonna talk myself through this like it's a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire question.
All right.
The L word is objectively a bad show. It is an objectively bad show, but it is also one of my favorite shows. I've watched it so many times. It is sort of like the one of the first things first lesbian media things that I ever watched, and it was so much fun. And if the L word goes, that means the Tasha and Alice goes, which is hard. Whereas Orange is the New Black, genuinely great show. Very cool lesbian stuff, but they did kill Poussey. And there's not a good black lesbian romance on there. Like 2 black lesbians. Who? Oh. Yeah, no, there's no
that
like,
is true.
there's no real black lesbian romance on there.
There's no black lesbian romance.
Queer Love the Ultimatum, mess, garbage, absolute fucking garbage. So much fun. Yeah. I had such a blast. I can't see a world without it. It's probably a better world, but that world is probably better, but it is less exciting. So I think, you know what though? I'm going to get rid of...
One's got to go.
Orange is the new black. No, the L word. I'm going to get rid of the L word. The L word goes. The L word goes.
Why the L word?
Because as much as it is like a foundational lesbian text, it's garbage. And it's like very transphobic, especially the original L word. Mm-hmm. Like the way they treat Max is egregious. And I know Eileen Chaikin is white lesbian Tyler Perry, but maybe we don't need a white lesbian Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's my answer. It was a hard one. That was a hard one.
That was a hard one.
That was a hard one.
It was really easy for me.
What would you pick?
The L word.
Okay, yeah.
But I also did not watch the L word coming.
So
no. Let me finish. I didn't watch it coming up.
Oh.
Yeah. And so I watched it as an adult with adult eyes, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's real bad in hindsight.
Yeah. So that was my, like, you know, the L word, was it Generation Q, whatever. I don't even think I got through the L word, honestly.
The original L word.
I tried. I don't know what season I got to, and I was like,
it's rough.
It's rough. I can't. I was like, this, like, you know, black people in this? Like, what? It's very limited? Like, what happened?
No black people in it until Tasha comes.
Maybe y'all had a paper bag when y'all did this casting.
Yep.
So, for me, it was easy.
Pam Grier and what's the name who plays Bat Porter? Jennifer Beals. Thank you.
Yeah.
Jennifer Beals.
Yeah. Pam Grier, okay, but the other one,
we got some
paper bag.
Yeah, it is a paper bag.
I was like, nah. So, like, Orange is the New Black, I can't get rid of that. Queer Ultimatum, it introduced us to so many fun lesbians. So it was just so much fun. So, like, the L word, get out of here.
Yeah, okay.
Get out of here.
That's fair.
Let's do a lay, bay,
or slay. I love this. Great copy.
Music edition. Sid from the internet.
Oh, yes.
Kehlani.
Uh-huh.
Janelle Monae.
Ooh.
Lay. Let me do it again. Lay, bay, slay.
Lay, bay, or slay.
Sid from the internet. Kehlani. Janelle Monae.
Okay. I think I got it. Okay. Lay Janelle Monae, because holy God, I bet she's incredible in bed, and she's so hot. But I feel like being married to her would be a painful existence. She seems like a difficult person, and from what I've heard, from things that I've heard about people who've met her and stuff like that.
Oh,
like,
okay.
She's a genius. She's like one of those like difficult genius people. So you're entitled to that. We love you, Janelle. But I would lay Janelle, bay Sid from the internet 100. Like, I want that voice singing to me. I want, you know what I mean? And like, yeah, okay, they're a little skinny, but like, you know, I think that's bae. Like, that's bae right there. That's marriage material. And unfortunately, I am going to slay lesbian icon, light-skinned lesbian icon, Kehlani. I'm sorry. Love you down, Kehlani. Love you down. But you know you wouldn't love me. I don't... You know you would not love me. I am darker within a wet paper bag. That is not what you're into. I'm so sorry. No. But no. I don't look like you. You like you. Yeah. Your type is you. So our marriage ain't gonna last, and having sex with you is gonna be weird as soon as you see the contrast of our skin tones.
Kehlani's gonna slay you. Is what's gonna happen.
I know. I'm sorry. I do love you, Kehlani. Though I love you, Kehlani.
Let's see. I would probably. Dang, I wrote this and I'm having trouble myself.
It's a hard one. You made a hard one.
That was hard. I'm a slay Kehlani.
Oh wow, okay.
Similar reasons. It's I know it wouldn't
work.
It wouldn't work. And then also I feel like if I ever, the way the lesbians are like some of them are just so obsessed and with Kehlani, I feel like if I were to bathe, I would have to constantly be watching my back.
Yes.
I'm not going to deal with that. Yes. I'm not dealing with a horde of angry lesbians at me. Absolutely not. I would probably bae Janelle Monae.
Okay.
She's already got the suits for it. I feel like
she does have the suit for
she
marriage.
has the suits for it. I could see us with like a little kid just running around with like black and white little bow ties and stuff. You know, but she is showing ass a lot more now.
Good God Almighty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would probably lay Sid because I heard that they are a bit of a player type. Shocker. And lays a lot. And so I'm pretty sure they've had a lot of reps. They got a lot of reps in. They probably have a pretty good practice.
You think Janelle Monae has had several reps in? Didn't Janelle Monae steal Tessa Thompson from her, like...
That's one.
That's what we know.
One. I've heard stories about Sid picking people out of concerts, just like... What? I've heard that. So...
Ooh, I need to be going to the internet concerts and sitting in the front, not getting the nosebleed seats.
You need to be sitting front row.
Yep.
Showing the girl. So I've heard that about Sid. So that's why I'm like, I would lay Sid for that reason because, you know, you picking people out of, you know, you having groupie sex. That's probably...
If anything, that's marriage material for me.
No. That is to have groupie sex.
Okay.
And then you go on.
Okay.
I'm going home to my Janelle Monae.
Yes.
And her bow ties and polka dots.
Fair enough.
That's what I'm doing.
That's fair enough. Big titties, bow ties, polka dots. I love that.
That's marriage material right
That's
there.
Great. No, that was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Last one. Lay, bae, or slay. Carabiners. Doc Martens. Rainbow attire.
Oh, you know, though. Like, you know who I am, though. This is a hard one. You know who I am.
I know who you
I love me my rainbow attire. I'm wearing my
You got your...
I got my Tomboy X
Tomboy
on
X.
right now. They not paying me for shit.
Lay, bae, or slay. Carabiners. Doc Martens. Rainbow attire.
And I love me my carabiner. So I'm going to have to go... Oh, here's my Dictopia carabiner. I will go with bae rainbow attire, lay carabiners, slay Doc Martens. We don't need them heavy ass shoes. I love them, but like, you know, if I gotta choose one, you know, I want to be able to run.
You want to be able to run. Okay, those are good points. Good points. I would bae carabiners. Because I don't know, that just gives like marriage material. Like you're responsible. I can trust you with my finances.
Wait, I'm changing my
answer. No changes. Nope. I'm baeing carabiners because I feel like if you have a carabiner, I will trust you with our family's finances and our household.
Yes.
So I'm baeing carabiners.
Yes.
I would lay Doc Martens. Lay Doc Martens because that just gives like seasoned lesbian.
Seasoned. Yes.
You are seasoned. You are experienced.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so then I would slay rainbow attire because rainbow attire, you fresh out. You know what I'm saying? Possibly. That's just it depends on how much. I think for every bit of rainbow attire someone has on, that is just like. You know what I'm saying? I feel like as you go on, you just like slowly start taking off rainbow attire, like as you've slowly been out. That is different. Tomboy X, that's a different type.
No.
There are some people that are like, they hate rainbow attire. It's just like, oh, I just came out the closet. I'm you know what I'm saying?
I feel like the new gays don't really do the rainbows like that.
New gays?
Like the younger ones, they don't really do rainbows.
Yeah,
like
because
that.
they came out when they were like 8 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're experienced. You know what I'm saying?
They've done it.
They've done it.
They did that phase in the 6th grade.
They've done it.
I love my rainbow shit.
You know, I do like my rainbow shit. But I'm saying, just for the purposes of this.
You're right, yeah.
Like, rainbow, I feel like that rainbow attire is like the most whimsical, too much of a free spirit.
It fully is very whimsical.
It gives free spirit. I'm not paying, what's rent? You know, money is a construct. I don't need money. I'm barefoot in a park.
I feel like it's the opposite with rainbow attire. I feel like rainbow attire signifies how much bullshit you have collected over the years, right? Every Pride, I get another rainbow thing.
See, that's the problem. You at Pride frolicking around when you should be building us a house with your Doc Martens and your Carabiners.
Okay, I like that.
That's the problem.
You're right.
That is...
That's so funny. That's so funny. Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm with it. Yeah. Okay. That was good.
That was Strap Games.
That was Strap Games. Let us know what your Lesbian Slayer. Give us suggestions for games that you want us to do. And, like, subscribe, and give us more.
Yeah. Yes. Make our jobs easier, please.
That's right. All right. Well, that has been the StrapDown. Thanks for watching. If you got here, thank you so much. We love you. Please like, please subscribe. Please send us a comment if you made it this far. Send us a comment. Say something about how cute Ginger looks. Our honorary light-skinned fan. But before we go, we like to do one good thing that happened to us that got us through, kept us from, punching somebody in the throat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like tripping a gentrifier today.
I'd do that regardless. I'd do that with a smile. So my something good is this little pretty baby right here. She got groomed, and she just becomes just a different pup when she gets groomed, and she looks so cute because I can see her eyes again, and she's just like adorable, and I just feel like she knows when she's cute and just does extra cute adorable things. This is my baby Ginger. She's a 14-year young pup. That's a microphone. And so this is my something good, just like taking her to go get pampered, and she just smells so good, and I just and like my problems just like melt away, like with my puppy and my baby.
I love it. This is also like, she looks so young. Yeah. She looks so much younger with this haircut. I love it.
Yeah.
Little Cynthia Erivo. I love bald Ginger. Let us know if you love bald Ginger. Okay, so that's great. My good thing is we just brought back our show Gay Shame. Me and my white work wife Ellie Cremendall brought back our show Gay Shame. It's our comedy show. We used to do it all the time back in the day, and we brought it back. We did one at Brooklyn Comedy Collective, and it was really fun. We did cabaret, we did a little song, and it was cute. It was nice to see some people who are like regulars. We have regulars that used to come to Gay Shame all the time. We have one couple, shout out to y'all. We have this one couple that are so cute. They met at the show, and they're still together 9 months later.
Wow.
Yeah, they're so cute, and they came back for the thing. So like, and we do, every time we do it, we do a theme, and it's a movie or TV show or something that we like, and then we do a shameful rendition of a song or dance or whatever. Aria's done it, Glow's done it, a bunch of people have done it, and it's good. It's fun to do. I hate producing comedy shows, but it is fun to do. So that's my good thing.
It's amazing. I love y'all's show. It's a good time. It's different. I feel like it's very like refreshing and hilarious, of course. And you looked amazing. You had them shorts on with them little thigh high and the boots.
Yes.
I was like, okay, Sheree.
Yes, because it was supposed to be Sally Bowles, but I forgot the hat. I didn't buy the hat.
Oh, it's okay.
It's whatever. Ain't nobody seen the movie.
It's okay. So I definitely feel like if you're in New York, if you're in Brooklyn, you should definitely follow Gay Shame.
Follow Gay Shame, because we got other stuff coming down the pike.
Yes.
That is maybe not live comedy related, but is related to the show in a way. I don't want to spoil too much.
Don't spoil it. Just
at Gay Shame. Go to at Gay Shame.
Okay.
And follow us.
Follow them and follow Ellie.
Yes,
your white work wife.
Follow my white work wife, Ellie Cremendall, although you are already following her. And follow my other white work wife, Amanda Seyfried, who was on our first show.
I don't know if you've heard of her.
I don't know if you've heard of her. I text her. She doesn't text back.
Oh, damn. Damn, Amanda, come on.
Yeah, right? Come on, Amanda. It's fine. She busy.
She just, yeah.
She's doing a new show.
She ain't that damn busy.
No, she busy.
She ain't that busy.
She actually really is.
She could text back. It's the last time we promote a white work wife on this goddamn podcast.
No more snow bunnies.
No more snow bunnies.
Okay, so that was
Snow bunnies never, black queens forever. Anyway,
so he's gross though.
He is terrible.
He's horrible. Anyway, so please like, subscribe, share, hit the bell, leave us a comment. It really helps. Tell your friends about us. Post about our clips. Follow us on TikTok at the StrapDown
and on Instagram
at the StrapDown.
Brandon, man,
right? And on YouTube at the StrapDown.
And interact with us. We love when y'all leave comments. Like, we're like always engaging. We're very nice. We're very friendly. Just don't be rude.
Don't be rude. Don't be fucking rude.
But yeah, follow us, share with friends. We're gonna have a lot more like exciting, fun stuff going on.
Yes, and we're gonna have a Patreon and stuff up soon, so keep a lookout if you want to send us $2.
Yes, and if you're in the city, like, follow us on Instagram, especially because I do try to constantly post Black queer events around the city.
Yes,
I'm gonna keep doing that because people like did appreciate it. So I'm gonna go back to like promoting other curators and like people who are hosting and doing events in the city for our community. So you may even see us out.
Yeah, I might leave my house.
Yeah,
it happens. If you see me at Key Food, say what's up. Anyway, like, subscribe, and most importantly, stay strapped. Bye.